excursion to Kosovo, which had been organized in the most admirable and professional, found it as a universal value basis and precondition for both peace and development. And we have come a long way, even during the difficult years of the Cold War. Thinkable. And for most Europeans, war is something of a distant past, and prosperity and human rights are simply taken for granted. This is, however, a dangerous illusion. Human rights, spreading the message of human rights to all corners of our planet. Dear students of the 22-23 generation, I wish you a great start into the fascinating world of human rights.
But the commitment of our students and our professors and the experts participating in the programs are the same.
Are all basic instruments for building peace. Of course, for the school, the tools have been...
Above all, at that time, as human rights field officers in post-conflict peace-building operations. And it all went very quickly. European Commission providing the necessary funds and still providing them 25 years later. She said, but we need to have a stronger role of the European Union than of the Council of Europe. We need to do that, and also the external relations is very important.
The European master for many years. She loved this project with passion.
Would have dared to bet on this event 25 years later ever to happen. I would like to first, including the financial support of the European Commission. But you can imagine, the European Commission and academics, they had to find a compromise. It was not only about the practical aspects of human rights, it was not only about the theory, it had to be something would have dared to bet on this event 25 years later ever to happen. I would like to first, including the financial support of the European Commission. But you can imagine, the European Commission and academics, they had to find a compromise. It was not only about the practical aspects of human rights, it was not only about the theory, what he or she can expect from the other members and what is expected from him or her. Human rights, together with the fundamental duties, form the basic social contract that keeps people together and that allows societies to develop peace.
And started last year under an EU crisis facility, but which is molded now into the program. We're doing all of this because human rights and democracy, but he was also pointing to the great opportunities that you can derive from the new technologies and the digitalization of the world. Last year, the COVID pandemic, with its enormous impact.
Invasion going on in Ukraine, and people dying every day. And as every war, it's a human rights disaster, foreign spies, foreign agents. So Vladimir Putin regime reintroduced these rhetorics. They started to include, my organization became the first environmental organization in Russia, which became so easily to start war in Ukraine this year was because the civil society that could protest this, that could try to stop it, was basically guns and tanks and rockets and missiles that killing people in Ukraine. So, that's basically how and why this war was started, and that's how it became possible for Vladimir Putin, fossil fuel and a nuclear fuel from Russia, and so difficult to stop subsidizing Ukrainian war by buying the fuel from Vladimir Putin. And I want to finish my speech with saying, first of all, to students, that your work in the future.
And Yvonne bought a long pair of trousers. To stand by each other in solidarity, respect and friendship.
When we and our luggage accompanied the hum of the vaporettas across the lagoon to Lido for the first time 1 year ago, who would have thought that it
Is deeply thanked.
And who could help but smile when you came out to the warm welcome of our canine mascot, Janice, always ready at the most pivotal moments. But also on the dance floor.
Some years can pass from one to the next without feeling like much
Everyone has grown this past semester. Now, as we prepare to part ways again, while it may be sad that we won't be surrounding each other with laughs today.
We'll leave it there. Yeah. Thank you.
Stella Agnastopoulou. Anna Pax. Patricia. Helena Vodopia. Oh.
For after. So for the University of Coimbra, in represent. I know a lot of enthusiasm, but we have to carry on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I've got two tasks this afternoon, and both of them are a privilege. My first task is to acknowledge the achievements of specific students who are graduating at the top of this year's class. Before I complete this task, I want to pause and ask you to acknowledge the teachers, the supervisors, the librarians, the IT support officers, the many others who helped you to achieve these exceptional grades. So I propose we give all of those people a round of applause. Thank you. So I'm about to announce in alphabetical order the individuals who achieved the highest grades on EMA 21-22. I congratulate them. And as you may know, to recognize their achievement, we give each of these students an internship. We offer an internship to each of these students. They'll be eager to know when they get the details. They'll receive a message by Wednesday, the 28th of September, I'm told. Now, normally it's 15 students who receive this particular recognition. This year, it's going to be 16 students. That's because 2 students tied on the same grade. So, in alphabetical order, Anu, Anna, John. Andre Capretti. Vittoria Catalfamo. And finally, Helena Vodopia. Congratulations to one and all. Very well done indeed. My second and final task this afternoon is to announce the awarded theses. As you will know, every EMA student completes an extended research and writing project during their second semester under the supervision of a professor at one of our participating universities. Following the assessment, we then consider a number of these for publication, for the prize of awarded thesis. And we select 6 in total, 5 as EMA awarded theses, and 1 as the Global Campus of Human Rights awarded thesis. So here are this year's awarded theses. Supervised by New University of Lisbon in Portugal, with a title of Pre-Implantation Genetic Testing, the conflict between reproductive autonomy and disability rights. It's Brianna Kyo. Congratulations, Brianna. Number 2, supervised by the National University of Ireland, Galway, with the title Imperialist Queerphobia, the curtailment of LGBTQ+ rights in Uganda and South Africa as a product of colonialism, religion and patriarchy. It's Phoebe Shepherd. Number 3, supervised by the University of Tartu in Estonia, with a title At Risk of Falling Through the Cracks, the protection of children in state care in conflict situations in international law and practice. It's Anne-Sophie Scheidler. Number 4, supervised by Maastricht University in the Netherlands, with a title Universal Legal Capacity for Persons with Disabilities, Will, Preferences and Communication. It's Percy Carter. Number 5, supervised by the University of Luxembourg in Luxembourg, with a title When the Terrorists Speak the Language of Humanity, Counter-Memory of the 15th of July Attempted Coup d'etat. It's Helena Vodopia. And number 6, the Global Campus Prize, supervised by the University of Montpellier in France, with the title Growing Up in a World on Fire. Children take centre stage in the strategic climate litigation movement. It's Andre Capretti. Sincere congratulations to all of you, and thank you for the privilege of being able to read such wonderful theses. Thank you very much.